and who invited people are to be complimented. Exact size, exact number of audience. I also compliment the family, the Thadhani family, the way they have come together to support this cause. Not an easy task, knowing that Katie has suffered imprisonment for something very innocent like forwarding a message. On one side, she is there presenting today's freedom of expression. On the other side, I am there expressing freedom of expression, was thrown out of the college during emergency because I went to jail. And we have Dr. Amit Thadhani, a very unconventional doctor, more of a social entrepreneur, social worker than a doctor, and very unfortunately having good handwriting. I just saw this. See, so he's an unconventional person, such a beautiful handwriting. I am reminded, when you talk of rationalist murders, I remember a reminder of a particular case. I had not come prepared for a speech because I thought I'll just be a guest. A gentleman who exposed the weeping of Mother Mary's statue. If you remember, there was a case where in Mumbai, Mother Mary's statue wept. And people came all over, flocked the place together. Then one innocent Christian found out it was actually a sewerage seeping through that particular statue, coming out of the eyes of Mother Mary's statue. He put the story on. He was harassed, he was harangued, and finally had to leave India. He lives somewhere in UK, as far as I know. This is what happens to rationalists who try to produce rationalist reasoning for irrational happenings. Of course, one of the rationalists in this particular case, since he is dead, we should not talk about it, but they talked of pissing on the statues of Hindu gods and goddesses. But Hindus didn't retaliate. We never do, because Hindus have been insulted many times. But we try to argue. We don't try to kill people for behaving in such a manner. And this particular book actually tries to bring together the entire history. I remember going on TV channels when Hindus were accused, Hindutva was accused, Saffron Brigade was accused without any evidence. There was not one iota of evidence, despite all the police inquiry for many days. I remember it was a Congress party at that time in Karnataka, but they couldn't find any evidence. Finally, some Sanatan Sanstha people were gathered together and it was forced onto Hindutva. But we don't know what is the status of the case. Dr. Thadhani may know. Another interesting I saw was in this particular book, there are 831 references. For such a size of book to have 831 references is not a small thing. So you can understand the depth of references has gone through and the way he has gone very deeply into the case. So whichever way the case moves, at least there is a challenge to the leftist lobby about not putting blame on Hindus or Hindutva or Hindu Dharma, defame them in the name of some crime somewhere and try to pin it on Hindus. Hindus have not generally gone ahead and tried to retaliate in the sense of, producing evidence and denying the particular fact. Why should they? Because it is a wild allegation. But still, Dr. Amit Thadhani has gone to the extent of working very hard and responding to the unverifiable charges against people who are actually supposed to have, groups who are supposed to have, the ideology are supposed to have killed those rationalists. Because rationalists only speak about rationality or irrationality of Hindu Dharma. Even Nanda Shraddha Nirmulan Samiti, famous organization from Maharashtra, has never actually tried to cover any of the irrational acts of various other religions. And not only that, when those cases are produced, they keep quiet. So it shows you that only Hindus are rational because they can listen to rationality. Other religions are close to any rational thought. So this is very important thing that comes out of this entire debate, that we are open to discussion, we are open to reforms, while other are closed systems and totally totalitarian systems where you cannot question them in any manner. Recently, there was a case of this Bageshwar Dham, when again Nanda Shraddha Nirmulan Samiti got very active, but they are not active in Changai Sabhas, where all the fraud conversions take place all over India. Latest target are South and Punjab. And no rationalist has any guts to come out and say what kind of irrational idea of the Changai Sabha is. This book should start a debate on whether you can keep on talking of saffron terror, talking of Hindutva terror, or talking of intolerance, dismantling Hindutva, and calling Hindu people every kind of name, which we have seen across India. So it's very, very concerted effort on one side by the extreme leftists, the new left, the urban Naxals, the Islamist lobbies, though church is diluting, church is also involved, and of course all the secular forces who are trying to corner Hindus without any evidence and on very fake ideas about what Hindutva is, what Hindu Dharma is. In such a vicious atmosphere to come up with a book which will again be used to tarnish him, to target him. So we can assure you, Dr. Amit Thadhani, that we are with you, we'll stand by you, and we'll see to it that this book reaches every corner of India and exposes the irrational behavior of the rationalists and leftists and all the forces opposed to Hindu Dharma and resurgence of Hindus. Thank you very much, Thadhani, Dr. Amit, for making this book, and congratulations to the publishers and again the entire family for standing with them. Thank you very much.